You know what is the best thing in the world? Bread. If there's one thing I love more than anything else on this planet, it is bread and sandwiches. So I thought today I'd share with you guys my 3 super easy go-to vegan sandwiches. Hey guys, I'm Candice the Edgy Veg, and today I'm going to show you how to make 3 easy vegan sandwiches that you can take for school lunches or work lunches, or just an easy dinner if you're feeling lazy, which I often am, or if you're just feeling like you want a sandwich. I'm going to show you how to make a easy vegan Reuben, a caprese style, and then a BLT, but instead of the bacon, we are going to use smoked tofu, one of my favorite things other than bread that exists on this planet. All right, step 1, make toast. Not like that. First thing I'm going to do is heat up the smoked tofu on a pan. You just need about 2 minutes on each side just to warm it through. While the tofu is cooking, I'm just gonna prep the rest of the sandwich. We have our toast. I have some vegan mayo here, whatever brand of vegan mayo is your favorite, you can use that. I like to spread a generous amount onto the bottom piece of bread. Then you can use lettuce or spinach. I like to get more nutritional value out of my sandwiches, so we're going to use some spinach. Tastes nice, tastes a bit earthier, heartier. Top that with some tomatoes. We're just going to spread some mayo on the other side. The smoked tofu. And the key here really is the smoked tofu. Smoked tofu is amazing. You can eat it. I eat it raw on its own. It just has such a nice flavor. I find sometimes it kind of just tastes like have you ever had fried cheese? Kind of tastes like that. All right, so you can buy balsamic reduction in a grocery store. I like to just make it at home. To make the balsamic vinegar, it's super, super easy. You can make it at home. All you have to do is add some balsamic vinegar to a saucepan. Add some coconut sugar or brown sugar to a saucepan. Bring it to a boil and then bring it to a simmer. And then let it cook for like 5 minutes. And voila, a thick, syrupy balsamic vinegar. Let's build this sandwich. There's 2 ways that you can do this. You can toast the bread. I like it on like a nice soft focaccia, so I decided not to toast it today. You can do this on really any type of bread that you want, but a focaccia is really nice and fluffy and dense, and who doesn't love a good dense bread? I have this wonderful pesto. It's completely vegan friendly. It has no cheese. Also, this one's no nuts because it uses sunflower seeds. So I'm just spreading pesto on both sides of the focaccia. But if you're looking for a vegan pesto recipe, I have one on my website, and I also have one in my cookbook, which you should buy if you don't have it already. There we go, look at that. I have some basil leaves, and you can use as much or as little basil as your little heart desires. And then we have our tomato. Then we're gonna take that balsamic glaze and just apparently get it everywhere, but also on the sandwich. I also like to add a little sprinkle of salt on the tomatoes. It just brings out the flavor of the tomato. And then I almost forgot the cheese. So we're just going to stick the cheese on there. This is just a vegan mozzarella from Follow Your Heart. You can use any vegan mozzarella that you like, and voila. All right, sandwich number 3 is a Reuben style sandwich. For this, we will need a Russian dressing, which I guess you can buy from the grocery store, but I like to make dressings at home because I'll buy like 1 thing of dressing and it'll sit in my fridge forever. So this way you're not wasting a bunch of dressing, and I just have all the condiments to make these dressings at home anyway. So to start for the Russian dressing, we are going to use some ketchup. And then we are going to use some vegan mayo. I feel like most of the dressings and sauces that we make are just, the base is always ketchup and mayo, and then other things added to that. Now that we have our ketchup and our mayo in here, we are going to add some red wine vinegar. and some minced onions or shallots. Pinch of salt, a little bit of pepper, and give that a good whisk. And that, my friends, is how you make the easiest Russian dressing ever. Step 2 is not that. There we go. All right, cool, moving on. Let me just clean off this cheese here. We are buttering our bread. This is just a vegan-friendly margarine. We are going to butter both sides and toast that in a skillet. Now, the thicker you spread this butter on here, the crispier the toast will be. If you like it super, super crispy, add more vegan margarine. Let's take that and throw it onto a skillet. The key here is to keep the temperature low and let it toast slow. Slow and low. We've talked about this before, guys, just like onions and mushrooms, slow and low. All right, there's 2 ways that you can enjoy this sandwich, just toasted with the vegan cheese on it as it is, or you can melt it. I've decided to show you guys how it is when it's melted. It just looks really great, it tastes really great. So while our toast is toasting in the pan, I'm just gonna preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit so that it is ready to melt that delicious vegan cheese. Why am I not talking?
I don't know, were you like...
I was getting a little confused. I was like, did you say it before or are you gonna say it?
Like,
Okay.
are you doing like a voiceover or was like, did you do one?
Nope,
Well, you
You can just talk right now
Yeah.
and continue.
Okay, we're gonna take our toasted bread, spread that with the Russian dressing on both sides, and then add whatever meat you feel like using. These are seitan sausages. You can also use thinly sliced seitan. Whatever you have at home and handy, ready for consumption. There we go. And then we are going to take some vegan mozzarella, and I'm going to put 2 on one side and then an extra one on the other, because we are going to stick that into the oven and melt that cheese. Oh, no we're not, because we forgot the sauerkraut. Vegan meat, fake meat, seitan, whatever you want to call it. Then add the cheese. There we go. And toss that into the oven. Now that our cheese is melted, I'm gonna take this guy off of the baking sheet. Careful, it's heavy. The top part of the sandwich. Give that a slice through. And you can serve it with some pickles, some little baby gherkins, and you've got yourself a Reuben style sandwich. All right, guys, there you have 3 easy vegan sandwiches perfect for your work or school lunches or an easy dinner or when you're just feeling a little peckish. I'm going to give this one a try, but I want to know in the comment section, what is your favorite go-to vegan sandwich? Leave me a comment in the comment section below. And if you like this video, make sure to give the video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. God, I love sauerkraut. The European in me right now is very happy. Oh my God, it's so good. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing week. Bye.